Algae are a natural part of the aquarium environment, but not all algae are the same. Some shrimp species prefer softer algae, while others pretty much will eat any type of algae. In this episode of 2 Minute Tuesday, we're going to look at 8 species of shrimp I keep and highlight the types of algae they will and won't eat. Let's start the timer. First, let's start with the ever-popular Neocaridina shrimp, like red cherry shrimp. These shrimp will happily munch on soft green algae, some hair algae, and brown algae. However, they tend to stay clear of the tougher algae like blue-green algae, also known as cyanobacteria, and staghorn algae, especially if other food options are available. Second on the list is the amana shrimp. These workhorses of the aquarium are the champions of algae eating, handling a wide variety of types including green algae, red algae, green dust algae, green spot algae, brown algae, hair algae, and even the most stubborn blackbeard algae. Amana shrimp are fantastic at what they do, though they might have difficulty with blue-green algae and staghorn algae. Third, we have the bamboo shrimp. These shrimp are filter feeders that focus on consuming edible matter in the water column, including floating green algae, which isn't the most common type in aquariums. When it comes to other types of algae, these shrimp aren't particularly useful. Fourth is the vampire shrimp. Similar to bamboo shrimp, they're also filter feeders that eat edible matter in the water column, including floating green algae. However, they won't contribute much to cleaning up the various other types of algae in your aquarium. Fifth, we have the short-nosed shrimp. These shrimp are similar to amana shrimp and will eat many of the same types of algae, but they're not as aggressive. They tend to avoid tougher algae like blue-green algae and staghorn algae. Sixth on the list is the bobalti shrimp. Much like Neocaridina shrimp, they'll graze on soft green algae and some types of hair algae. However, they shy away from the tougher algae like blackbeard algae, blue-green algae, and staghorn algae. Seventh is the purple zebra shrimp. These shrimp are smaller than Neocaridina shrimp and mainly focus on softer algae types like green and brown algae, while avoiding tougher algae like green spot algae, blackbeard algae, blue-green algae, and staghorn algae. And finally, eighth, we have the gold nebula shrimp. Like other dwarf shrimp, they stick to softer algae while avoiding the harder and tougher types that require more aggressive grazing. In summary, short-nosed and amana shrimp are the most versatile algae eaters, with amanas having a slighter edge due to their aggressive eating habits. On the other hand, others like bamboo and vampire shrimp don't do much for algae control. I'm curious, what types of algae have you encountered in your aquarium, and how do you deal with it? I'd love to hear from you in the comments. I'm Andy, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I made shrimp keeping a little easier for you.